Alexa Bliss has made one heartbreaking confession that will surprise her fans, even her most loyal fans who think that they know every single thing about Alexa Bliss. Because Alexa Bliss has been on WWE television really for like over half of her life, right? Like she has been forefront. She got into the game so early. She got signed with WWE so early, and she's been able to show fans exactly who she is. She's been able to show them the growth and the progression in which she's made, not only as an in-ring performer, but also as a person herself. As a result, people feel connected to her. Therefore, she has established a very strong, loyal fan base who have supported her through her ups with championship wins and main event programs and big time profile feuds. And also during the downtimes when she wasn't used on WWE TV, when she was booked to lose every single match, when she was an afterthought, when she was overlooked, when she wasn't used as the proper star in which we all know that she is. Now that she's had almost a career renaissance with a pairing with Charlotte Flair after returning at the Royal Rumble earlier this year, fans want to know more about Alexa Bliss. Now, sure, she has done a lot in this business, but she also decided to kind of take a step back and grow as a person. She started a family with her husband. She took 2 years off of WWE to become a mom and really enjoy that first year in motherhood. And she was able to do that with the blessing of her fan base. I mean, from the minute that she disappeared from TV at the Royal Rumble to the moment that she returned, the fans were right there. They were supporting her all the way through it. Even when she was teasing on social media that she was getting back in the ring and she was about to get things started once again, they were waiting. They were hoping to see her. And that is actually very, very cool. So she made a interesting confession that I thought that I would want to talk about because I think it touches a lot of people. So going into SummerSlam, she was doing an interview, and it's one of the more rare type interviews, a unique interview. She did so with the Netflix's roller coaster series, which is basically a celebrity, an athlete, whoever is being interviewed while riding a roller coaster, which is unique in itself and it makes you stand out, right? And so she was asked how different Lexi is from Alexa, and she said completely different. Lexi has a lot of anxiety, Alexa does not. I think that is worthy of a discussion. Because when we look at wrestlers, when we look at WWE superstars, we look at these bigger than life characters, right? That they are someone in which is a mentor to a lot of people. Obviously, kids look up to them. They want to be like them. They are literally real life superheroes playing out on weekly WWE TV. Alexa Bliss is this over the top character. She is this bigger than life character. And you hear wrestlers, fans talk about how, well, the best wrestlers are themselves with the volume turned up, right? But there's also those who actually have gimmicks, who actually have characters in which they play. I think Alexa Bliss falls into the category of character because whether it was in her NXT days from a manager to her heel run where she found most of her success to the supernatural character and alliance with Bray Wyatt to now what she's doing with Charlotte. It seems like she's always played a character, right? Um, Alexa has talked about how when she's home and not on the road, she's home all the time. We're going to Disneyland. She lives a very modest, low, limelight type of life. She'd rather just sit home and watch movies instead going out to a nightclub or go to a movie premiere or whatever. This confession, talking about anxiety, is a bigger point, right? I deal with anxiety. I'm sure a lot of people do as well. The fact that she's able to overcome that, she's overcoming the anxiety, she's overcoming the problems in which she's dealing with on a daily basis because these are just regular folks, right? They're you and I. They just have a job where they're on TV. And As weird as it sounds, because I've done live TV, it is surreal. But when you're in the moment, honestly, you're just doing your thing, right? You really don't think of it of like, wow, all these people are watching me. It's not that. You just kind of live in the moment. And then when you come out of it, you're like, wow, I was on TV. I think Alexa Bliss is able to put that in a category and kind of just put it off in her brain. And she's able to do that. I think the fact that WWE has done what they've done with Alexa Bliss over the last several months is actually a good thing. I think they finally turned the corner on the mystery that is Alexa Bliss. What do I mean by that? When Alexa Bliss returned to WWE TV earlier this year, it was off of a hiatus. It was off of, hey, she hasn't been wrestling in 2 years. There was also the situation where they had a really intense contract negotiation. They wanted her to come back under her old deal. They had paid her during her time away. Her and her representation thought, no, we want a new deal. We want more money. Maybe there were special perks involved. I don't know. And so there was an impasse and they could not reach a deal. Well, finally they did. So she shows up there for a Rumble. Now, you would think WWE bringing back a former multiple time women's champion, someone who sells a ton of merchandise because of the Lily doll, and someone in which you just gave a new contract to, you would push them to the moon. And they didn't want to do that. Like, she worked the Elimination Chamber match. She fell short in that. Obviously, Bianca Belair went over in that one. She missed WrestleMania. She was kind of in limbo. And it was really the Charlotte Flair pairing that really kind of saved this run, right? Like, I don't know where she would be right now if it wasn't for Charlotte Flair, because at first they teased them doing a program and then they obviously put them as a tag team, and now they're doing their tag team title run, which has been a lot of fun to watch and play out. And eventually it'll lead to a match. But I don't think fans give Charlotte enough credit for really helping out Alexa Bliss when she needed help. The character needed help. She needed a direction. She needed the ability to go out there and have captivating storylines. That's what I think you should take away from the Charlotte Flair Alexa Bliss pairing. Let me know down in the comments area below, what do you guys think?